Come on, you're level 2. You should be able to be caught by now. Oh, come on! Come on. Thank the Lord. Now I can go to sleep. Yeah, I'll name you. I'm feeling uncreative. I'm just gonna call you. Yeah, it is. You. I'm just gonna call you Theo. That's it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, bacterial, chin, adulting, Ellie like. Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. And in the last part, we just faced off against Faulkner. Yeah, Faulkner. And we finished off with the Pokemon or the Bellsprout Tower up top. So in this part, we're about to move on. But first, I do want to address that video that you just saw like a second ago of me catching this Teddy Ursa right here. This little guy. Aw, look at him. Isn't he adorable? He's sucking on his thumb. That's pretty cute. You see, I actually planned on, a sort of team of what I'm thinking of trying to get if I can achieve them in the particular order that I think I can. So, in this part, for this episode, I decided to go out and find a Teddy Ursa, but I did it very early in the morning. I didn't know what it constituted as morning time for this particular clock in the game, so I woke up a little bit early to look for a Teddy Ursa, and it took about 30 minutes or so, or maybe 40. It wasn't too long, at least to me, but it was still kind of long. And when I finally found it, that was the footage you saw me do, of me attempting to catch it, and I caught it, and that's what Theo here is. But moreover, he is a permanent member of the party now. He's going to be a Pokemon that we're going to be using because Ursaring is pretty powerful in this game. Even though it only knows a couple of attacks here and there, it's pretty strong in terms of stats because, well, let's take a look at its actual attack stat. This is Teddy Ursa's attack stat just in this base form, 28. That's the second highest attack stat of this team. I'm being serious. Look, 22, 28, 17... 20, 29, see? And 27. Oddly enough, Vinny is the third strongest here, so that's kind of funny. Now, when he becomes an Ursaring, it's going to be way higher. Now to address the rock snake in the room. The reason why Onyx, or Rocky here, isn't about the same level as everyone else, either 12 or 13, is because he's misbehaving. I think it's, it's that mechanic in Pokemon that hasn't been seen, hasn't been done in a while, or I haven't seen done in a while. But, you see, anytime a Pokemon is in battle or does something, anytime a Pokemon you get from a trainer is over-leveled to a point where you can't control them, or you don't have a badge to control them, they will immediately act out and not follow your orders or just do whatever they want. So, that's why. Oh, hold up. Souvenir, take this. Power Pokemon moves. Okay, Miracle Seed. Cool. I can give that to, Vinny, actually. Oddly enough, I can give that to Vinny, so thanks, I guess. I've never had to use that guy's thing before, so having it a use now is actually pretty good. So yeah, that's also something else they added in this generation. They added held items to where they can either help or boost a Pokemon's attack power, depending on what the item is. But real quick, let me slightly demonstrate it with Nope. We're not demonstrating against this. Hold up. Let's run. I am not demonstrating, Rocky, misbehaving against that thing. I'll do it with the next Pokemon. But, yeah, anytime a Pokemon is, from a trainer or is over-leveled, to a certain degree, it'll immediately start either not listening to you and do whatever it wants. Either loafing about, not listening, doing something else. Like, here. Look, watch. Okay. So far, it's listening to me so far. Like, so far, it's listening to me, right? I kind of want to catch an Ekans now that I think about it, but only just because I want one. Look, watch. Screech. I'm going to use Screech a couple of times just to see what he does. Ah! I'm blind! I like to think that, you know, the Ekans is wrapped around, like, the tip end of Onyx's, like... And he's just looking at it, like, as if, like, really? You're gonna do that? Okay, here, see? It failed. Oh, wait, no. Maybe that's just generally... Like, sometimes moves like that fail for some reason. Maybe that's it? Okay, hold on, let's see. It's failing, so I'm assuming that's the actual mechanic. I mean, like, all Pokemon games have this, but to a degree, if you're friends with a Pokemon enough, it won't really matter. Let's see how much my defense dropped from that. So many Leers, and that's all it did. Either the roll of dice wasn't on your side, my friend. Okay, so yeah, I'm unfortunately not showing actually, like, what the best of that could be. So, never mind. Come on, misbehave. Okay, fine. Bind. Oh, here we go. See? Look, instead it used Tackle. I told it to use Bind, and then it decided to do the other attack. So, that's why, you know, Rocky isn't at a higher level. At this point, I'm not gonna bother training him because he's now misbehaving, so I might as well just ignore him for now and just focus on the other Pokemon and train them. So, you know, at this point, I'm just gonna ignore him and let him stew for a bit until I get to, like, the next gym and get a gym badge, because the next gym badge will make me be able to control him again. And I know, like, all Pokemon games have this mechanic, but usually, like, this is kind of new to me because usually I keep my Pokemon at a level where it's kind of fair enough for most of the gym trainers, sort of. And at the same time, like the Pokemon you have on you, like regular Pokemon, don't really misbehave too much. I mean, like, if you get a traded Pokemon, it does misbehave more often, and misbehaves if you have them over leveled. But still, it's not really that bad here. Okay? I haven't seen you around before, so you think you're pretty tough? I didn't say I was pretty tough. You're assuming that. Why are you assuming that? Anyway, let's move on. You look like some other kids I know. I can't think of who you might look like, but your Rattata looks familiar. Alright, let's see. Finny should be able to handle this. With a pretty strong grass attack and pretty much strong, you know, item to help boost that attack, it did pretty well. Let's go with Wrap, just because I want to, you know, just do a different attack. Wrap and Bind are basically kind of the same move, where they wrap the opponent and do damage over time. Zubat? Yeah, let's switch out to Arrow. I mean, I kind of want to use Theo, just because it'd be kind of cool to show him off. You know, he's now a permanent team member, so... I mean, I might as well, but... I'll do that later. It's kind of weird to think that, you know, the flying move Gust became a special attack move. Even though it's like, you know, a move that basically all the bird Pokemon know early on. I just find that sort of odd. It's like, why that move specifically became, like, you know, special attack instead of physical. I mean, I get it. You're blowing wind, not actually, you know, hitting anything with, you know, anything. So it doesn't count. Okay, hold up. Let me switch... No, let me switch over to, you know what, let's actually show off Theo, because he's actually got some pretty powerful, like, physical strength, so let's actually see him in action. Okay, make it fast. I did not read her thing. So let's see. Picnicker Liz wants a battle. I've always wondered, what does that mean, picnicker? Is that a change from, like, the Japanese to English? It's like, in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, he learned Lick, which is actually pretty decent as a ghost type attack, which might help him against the ghost Pokemon in, the next gym after the next gym. The next gym we're going to is Bugsy's gym, which is a bug type gym. So not really like too much in terms of like being ineffective. I think Jalapeno should be able to handle any of the Pokemon there. So it shouldn't be too bad. See, look, this wasn't even much of a fight. Yeah, look at me. Ah ha ha. Go back and cry to your mama. But seriously, what is the picnicker? Oh, I've got to relieve my anger. Ooh, did you say, ooh, I got to relieve my anger? Or, ooh, I've got to relieve my anger? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so, where was I? Oh, yeah, God dang it. So, wait, what was I talking about again? Something about strength, or was it about power? Oh yeah, Jalapeno. Yeah, Jalapeno should be able to handle Bugsy's gym, and then afterwards, both of them should, maybe we might get a new Pokemon? I have no idea. Is like, I know what Pokemon I want for this journey, but I have to find them, and they're at different points in the game, and it's kind of a bit of a long journey for either one. But thankfully, I will have a good amount of Pokemon already on me by the time we get there, so shouldn't be too bad. That glance, it's intriguing. Thanks. You could just say I have pretty eyes and move on. But was I talking about Bugsy? Oh yeah, Picnicker, right, Picnicker. Or Camper. Okay, like a Picnicker and Camper, are those like different names in Japan compared to English? Because it feels like they kind of are. It's like, oh, Picnicker. What does that mean? You don't even have a picnic basket. Honestly, they look more like those kids who like might go out bug catching, honestly. But they're not called bug catchers. At least it doesn't seem like, I don't know. Like, in all honesty, the Picnicker and Camper class, I understand to a degree. It's like, oh, they're going outdoors. So that's basically it. But isn't that what just a camper could be encompassing? Like, oh, it's a camper class, which is, kind of like a picnicker anyways. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand it's like, it's Pokemon, they have to have different classes, at least to identify the trainers. And it really doesn't matter. But still, to me, it's kind of, it always sort of bothered me, the picnicker class. Whenever it came up, I was like, what does that mean? What, like, you're going for a picnic, sure, but you don't have anything that looks like you carried with you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Okay, like, you could go two different ways with this. You could go through this bridge, or you could go around it. I went around just because, but I'm gonna go back and fight these guys because, well, of course I have to. I'm really good at both fishing and Pokemon. I'm not about to lose any kid. Oh, really? Is that so? Let's see how long that works. That goes for you. Starting now. Oh, Goldeen, good. You have something that isn't a Magikarp. At least there's that. Seriously, if he had a Magikarp and he was gonna whip it out, I was gonna be upset. Okay, that's actually upsetting, or that's actually a little bit frightening, but... Oh, well, I'm more stronger, but I'm not hitting you in one hit. Ooh. Yes, gotcha. And you lost to a kid. Yay! Yep, you lost to a kid, pal. I tried to rush things. I'm not sure how you can rush things in this game, especially with how old it is. Okay, first... Ooh! Heal up Vinny here. I know it's like, it kind of doesn't matter, but at the same time I do want to heal him up for these next fights. Whoa, you made me lose that fish. You didn't have a line cast. What are you talking about? And don't tell me you just pulled it out. You pulled it out just now, so don't tell me you just had it in the water the whole time. But this was what I was afraid of. I was afraid like, oh great, he has freaking Magikarp. His whole team is Magikarp. Oh Christ. Or I think it's full of Magikarp, I'm assuming. Okay, let's try growth. Let's see what that does. I forgot what this does. Okay, special attack. Okay, good, because grass-type moves are special attacking. Let's just grow our special attack a little bit until we can actually just one-shot these Magikarp, because, oh boy. Like I will say, Magikarp isn't like a bad Pokemon. It's just kind of annoying to fight sometimes. Like, for me, Magikarp is like the wasp of the freaking Pokemon world. Or, well, something like a fly in the Pokemon world. It's not really that bad, but it's kind of annoying when you really up and close with it. And especially when you're fighting it in the wild. For some reason, Magikarp just won't let you leave sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm a very higher level than you, and I'm sort of fighting you, but I'm pretty stronger than you, so I don't want to fight you. And then all of a sudden it says, oh no, you're not leaving. I don't get why that is, though. Why is it that a Magikarp makes you not leave sometimes, even though you're way stronger than it? Okay, I was thinking, like, I looked at the level and I was thinking, like, why would you go to 15 at this point? Like, why would you put a level 15 Magikarp in a team of Magikarps for this fisherman? What was the point of that? Oh, I guess it was nothing. Sploosh! Who says that as, like, a thing? Like, as an ending to the battle. Hi, Mary, how are you? I found a useful item shopping, so I bought it with your money. Sorry. Thanks, Mom. I'm so glad I trusted you with my money. It's in your PC. You'll like it. Okay, so at least you can get it. So yeah, just go to your PC, and you'll be able to retrieve an item of some kind that your mother sent you. So that's nice and all, but still, it's kind of weird that she just buys this stuff willy-nilly. And some of the items can be okay or not great, honestly. Like, seriously, they're not the best. Sometimes they are, but they're not the greatest. But hey, at least this guy has a Poliwag. That's at least something different. Unlike that guy with 4 Magikarps. I will not harp on that. Seriously, the guy had 4 Magikarps. 1 was good enough. Seriously, I like Magikarp. I like, Magikarp, or at least, specifically, I like Gyarados. But seriously, 4 Magikarp? Even I wouldn't go that far. I would only have, like, 1 Magikarp, or maybe 2, at best. And then I'd train both of them until they could, transform into Gyarados. And that's it. Actually, speaking of Magikarp, that does remind me of a specific thing that will happen in this game that I do want to mention. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. At Lake of Rage, there'll be a special Pokemon that we can capture, but I will state, I'm not going to use it on my team. Not because it's like, oh, it'd be unfair, but just because there's no room for it. It's like, I already have an idea for what water-type Pokemon I'm going to use. Hey, would you like this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you right now, just $100 million. You'll want this. No. You don't want it? Then scram. Shoo. Then why'd you stop me? But yeah, that guy's selling a Slowpoke tail. And yes, you heard that correctly. Slowpoke tail, as in the tail of a creature. I think I showed off Slowpoke last time, right? So, yeah. People eat Pokemon in this world. Well, sort of. In all honesty, the anime sort of flip-flops between this. It's like, oh, it shows off that there kind of is some stuff based on Pokemon food that are sort of based off Pokemon. But then there's some stuff that isn't. It's like, what was it? Oh yeah, I remember seeing like fish in like the original anime, and then now they're sort of like, oh, for Pete's sakes. Oh wait, no, I wanted to do that. Well, kind of. Anyway, and then in the original anime, they were like, oh yeah, there's fish around, and there's other animals in the Pokemon world besides the Pokemon. But now it's just the Pokemon, and now it's like, well, what do people eat besides, the vegetation? Because we've seen meat before in the show, and then you're like, oh. Like, I know in like the original anime, they also showed off that, oh yeah, we were going to eat a Magikarp, or we're so hungry we want to eat the Magikarp. But remember, that happened only for a few seconds, and when they did bite into Magikarp, it's only scale and bones. Apparently, Magikarp isn't fully, like, meat. Like, most of it's scales, and the rest of it is bones. Jeez, that'd be an unappetizing meal. Like, is there any other Pokédexes that say that, oh yeah, people is there any Pokemon that says that they eat Magikarp specifically? Because that would make way too much sense if it isn't eaten by most things. Because holy cow. Although to be fair, it's like the Pokédex isn't the greatest source of information, especially when it conflicts itself sometimes. Like seriously, the thing conflicts itself more times than I can really count. It's like surprising how many times it's done this. Okay, hey Theo, let's just try and defeat it, really. Trying to think. Sorry, I'm just trying to think, because there's something else I'm kind of doing. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, no, let's keep fighting. I'm thinking, what should I do for, a border for this episode? Because, like, I'm playing this on, like, the, like, you know, in a particular aspect ratio. You know, because it's sort of cuboid, like in, the Game Boys. Like, the original Game Boy and Game Boy Colors. So, looking at this particular shape, I'm thinking, like, should I do, like, a Game Boy Color background? Like, something like that looks like the plasticky exterior of a Game Boy? Or should I do a non-Game Boy Color background and do, like, a Pokemon Crystal background and just add stuff to it in a way? Like, I'm kind of wondering what to do here. At least, like, I'm thinking of what to do. Maybe I'll add some details to it. I have no idea, honestly. I'm thinking, like, maybe I can add in the Pokemon I'm using off to the side and stuff. I mean, I didn't do much for my Pokemon Red Let's Play, but that's only because it's, like, I didn't need to add anything really specific, because there's not much to add. So, maybe I might do something else for this one? Honestly, I don't know. Okay, so let's just try to get through this cave and try to finish off, you know, the episode while going through the cave as best we can. If we do get through it and be able to, you know, if we're able to get to the other side, I'll stop the episode then. Because I think that'll be good enough. Also, by the way, I think Jalapeno is almost going to evolve. Like, evolve. It's going to evolve at some point. I think it's literally like, if it gains another level, it'll evolve. So, we might do that for the last bit of the episode, I don't know. So let's just get through this place. So what mostly should be in this cave should be, well, you know, Zubats, but also Sandshrews and Geodudes. So, rock and ground type Pokemon. So that's why I have Vinny out. These, oh, by the way, these X items are basically like I said before, they're items that just raise a Pokemon singular stat in battle. You have to use them in battle, and I don't know, I don't use them. Purely because it kind of wastes a turn, so So I don't see a point. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? I always keep on forgetting that Onix is fast in terms of speed. Like, it's actually not really that strong in terms of physical strength, but it's pretty fast, and it also has, or at least it's supposed to be a little bit fast, while also having pretty strong physical defense. Like, really, it's a tank for a reason. Or it's at least pretty strong in terms of physical attacking. Alright, I can't get rid of Flash, right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop learning Sleep Powder. I mean, that could be useful, but I gave him Flash, so there's not really much I can add into it. Okay, hold up, let me check, because Rocky's here, so let me see. Okay, let's see your stats again. Okay, yeah. You have a, you know, more speed than your other stats, so technically speaking, sort of. But you're not that fast. But still, you're faster than I'd expect for a rock snake. I can't help but think of, like, this one episode of Pokemon where the guys, or, you know, Ash, Misty, and Brock meet up with Bruno from, like, from the Elite Four, one of the Elite Four members. Well, sort of. Back in that day, they didn't actually have an Elite Four, as far as I could tell. So, Like, literally, they just had, like, Bruno there as a trainer, just, like, a random trainer who met up with the gang. So, once they actually, you know, met up with him, he started, you know, asking them to do stuff for him. And no, they didn't, like, he wasn't training them, he was just having them do stuff for him. Like, he was trying to make, like, you know, some rice and something to eat. And they thought it was for training, but no, it's not. Anyway... In the episode, like, it has some funny moments I specifically remember, but in the episode at the very end, or near towards the end, when Team Rocket are trying to capture this Onyx with, like a lot of scars on it, like, James and Jesse have a rocket launcher with Meow, they're staring it down, scared, and then Jesse goes, "We're not scared," or something like that. "Let's just hold our ground." And then James just goes, kind of slightly breaks and, like, you know, gives off this weird noise. I'll play a clip of it here if I can, honestly. Just because it's kind of funny to me. It's like, that noise he makes is always funny. James has always been one of my favorite noise makers in, you know, fictional media. Because, man, the noises that guy makes are just hilarious. I love them. Like, seriously, the guy makes so many different noises, it's just hilarious. He's like, that's also something else a lot of people like to joke about, that James can sound like a few different animals. One of them is a horse. Like, by the way, I do want to state this. James is an original voice actor for, like, the first season of the Pokemon anime, you know, the Indigo League, was great, as well as, you know, making different, well, you know, second voice actor. They changed voice actors during the first season. Anyway, during the first season, though, his voice actor did so good, and, you know, a lot of people actually got impacted in a positive way, but I just love the way, like, he delivers certain lines and expresses certain sounds. It's just amazing. It's like, it's like, I made myself laugh at that attempt. It was like, I sound like Scooby-Doo trying to do it. But seriously, if you guys haven't heard, like, James, like his sounds of what he makes, you have to look up the best of what James has done, because I'm pretty sure he makes sound effects by itself. Oh, man. Oh, man, I love Team Rocket growing up as a kid. But I will admit, like, yeah, they're bad guys, but they were just so fun, especially relatable in some ways. Oh, man. It's just funny to me, just thinking, like, oh, like, the bee noise that he makes. It's just hilarious to me. Like, anytime James makes noise, it always gets me. It's like, like, the way he laughs, the way he makes noises when he's harmed or, you know, trying to avoid stuff or, you know, like, in danger or feels in danger is always great. Like, no offense, but that's also something else I realized, that whenever James is hurt or about to be hurt, the animational quality gets boosted up a bit. Like, seriously, you should really see. Oh, Jalapeno's evolving. Cool. I'm half tempted to put in a James sound effect here. Okay, no, okay, maybe I didn't do it, maybe I did, I don't know. But cool, Quilava. So now we have a Quilava. Let's actually see its stats real quick. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. Yeah, okay, you have better special attack. But you're still not stronger than Theo, actually, surprisingly enough. But hey, at least you're stronger now, in general. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Yeah, maybe I should use the repel now instead. Because I forgot to buy some, so thank God I found one. Like, the Pokemon first season anime was always, like, a treat and a treasure, and I'm so glad I watched it as a kid growing up. Because, oh man, it taught me a lot, and as well as just entertained me. Ah, man. Since we're speaking of the anime itself, there is something I do want to mention, actually, in terms of something kind of odd, but kind of dumb. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of dumb to me, at least, because, like, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing to state this, but let me explain. As a kid, when I watched the anime and, you know, I just watched it go on, I didn't really have too much issue with it, but here's the thing. Later in life, I realized something. That I know, like, a lot of people be like, really, you didn't notice this? Like, trust me, I get it, but, you know, as a kid, it didn't really, like, register to me. But I didn't realize the anime's, you know, voices didn't match up with the lip movement of the characters. And yes, I didn't notice that as a kid up until, like, I was, like, near my teens or so, and I was like, wait, the characters' mouths aren't, like, moving to the, No. What happened was that someone told me about that. I was like, no, the characters' mouths move with when they talk. And it's like, no, check it out, it's dubbed, look. And it's like, wait, what? And then I rewatched it, looked really closely, and yeah, the characters' mouths don't match up with their lip movement. Hey, I made it out, cool. Let me get this berry first. Oh, the poison berry. So when I first, you know, actually watched, when I realized that, I was like, oh, it's dubbed, or it's like, oh, the characters' mouths aren't moving. And that's kind of where I learned where dubbing came from, you know, the whole thing of, oh, well, anytime, something from, you know, a different country is brought over here, and it has English voice acting, chances are it's a dubbed product. Like, it's not the original product from here or there. You get the point. I understand, like, I understood that from Japan. Like, I understood that this cartoon, you know, the Pokemon anime wasn't from, you know, America, at least when I was in my teens. But I didn't know, like, the whole dubbing thing, or at least to me, it never looked like it was dubbed. Or at least when I was a kid, in my mind, I, you know, just imagined the words matching the mouth movement. And that was never, like, something I paid attention to. But now that I did, it was kind of, like, mind-blowing for a bit. But then, you know, the person who told... But then, like, when people, like, or I guess whoever told me made fun of me, is like, I can't believe you were so dumb you didn't notice. I was like, shut up. I mean, I was a teen then, so I couldn't come up with anything witty, so yeah. I guess that's it for now, and yeah, that's it, really. We're finally at, I have no idea what this city is called. Wait, what's the city called? Was it called, hold up. Right here, right? Oh, Azalea Town. Okay, where people and Pokemon live in happy harmony. Okay. So, yeah. That'll be it for this episode of Pokemon Crystal. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Until then, sayonara robots. Take care.